The lobby is loaded. We're going to go into the game soon. Thank God. It's only been 4 years. It's 20 past 1. That's a heck of a break. It's 20 past 1. So sorry about the delay. We have had issues. Day 2 will hopefully go a lot smoother, as will the rest of day 1, I'm sure. We've got everything up and running now. Should be sound in game. Everything should be nice and cushy. I can see my voice bubble.
In game. I see. You see mine. So yeah, we're both speaking in game. Excellent. We have in-game audio.
I need
both
to mute
teams
you. Hold on. No, I need to mute you.
I think.
Mute code broadcast is on.
I should
Billy Bow. Done. Dwayne the John Roxon.
And we're in the draft.
First ban for last resort. They'll be playing Radiant. We saw the coin flip live. And there's a Visage ban. And there's a Lich ban. Okay.
Radiant team
I wonder which hero they'll ban here for mid. I know that Rhyme is a very good Shadow Fiend. I wonder if he'll try and get that Shadow Fiend.
Well, that's the thing now. He has expanded his hero pool quite a bit now.
I'm sure he has.
Banning Invoker and Shadow Fiend isn't enough anymore. Banning OD isn't enough. And that's one of the things we haven't seen, OD.
Yeah,
in a long while.
It's normally a staple of UK Dota, a lot of people will say, but...
Radiant team
so they've got Viper. They wanted second pick. Never mind. Didn't they?
Yeah.
I think this is just how it goes. If you're Dire team, you get second.
No, I set it so that they got second pick.
See if they want to redo it.
Radiant team
That's very weird.
They don't seem bothered.
They don't seem to be bothered.
Okay.
A little glitch happened there.
Yeah, sorry about that. So the bans so far, Visage and Timber, Lich and Pugner. Pugner banned both games we've cast today, which is kind of unusual.
He's a really annoying core hero.
He is very annoying. He is very annoying.
And it goes back to the point I was saying last game with the heavily spammed spells with low mana cost.
Yep.
Just throwing things out there in these team fights. Pugner Ward can be devastating.
Absolutely, absolutely. So Maiden and Invoker, two very, very strong heroes at the moment. Viper, I don't see Viper played a huge amount, but I mean he's pretty good. If he can get going, he's a good. What do you think? You play him mid or you play him as a safe lane carry? Or?
I play with Dupes a lot, and he keeps telling me he plays the carry role in his team, and he doesn't like playing anti-mage, lifesteal or whatever, where you have OD banned out by Dwayne the John Rock themselves. But he doesn't like playing that 4 protect 1 carry where he just farms and farms and farms, and then 30 minutes in he's like, okay guys, I'm here, let's do some things, let's kill some guys. He likes to play that tanky utility carry like Viper, Bristleback, things like that, where he can get into these fights, have an impact early on, and literally carry his team through the mid game and then into the late game.
So a Bane, Lifestealer ban, and an OD Nyx ban. So now the third pick here. Crystal Maiden looks so sweet. She looks like butter wouldn't melt. It probably wouldn't because it'd be frozen. But yeah. Viper and Rubik. So far, none of the heroes we saw in the first game. In fact, we've seen Nyx banned and Timbersaw banned. So I wonder if Visage is going to make it into any of the games. He seems to be. He's ridiculously strong.
Soul Assumption is a ridiculous spell.
There's an AA. I wonder if we'll get an Ags AA, like you said. That would be nice to see.
Entirely possible. Yeah, Visage is such a strong hero in this meta, with Soul Assumption and Grave Chill giving that movement speed slow so you can catch up to these team fights. Soul Assumption spamming that out so often. That magical nuke damage is devastating if you're in these smaller skirmishes, especially against heroes like Rubik and AA, who have 500-600 hit points each.
Soul Catcher, 50% bonus damage.
Pure damage as well.
That's insane. That is 50%
insane. 50% pure damage.
Clockwork.
So also, he couples up very well with Invoker. So you Disrupt, you Soul Catcher, you Sunstrike. So that's pure damage from the Sunstrike, and then pure damage amp from the Soul Catcher, which is a massive amount of damage coming down onto someone.
That is huge.
Especially when you're looking at a hero like Viper, who has Corrosive Skin, which gives him magic resistance.
Right. That pure damage
doesn't give a damn.
Through. So it'll be Rhyme on the Invoker, I assume.
Most likely.
Interesting that he made it through. Timbersaw, obviously a very strong hero, worth the ban, but Invoker in the current build is extremely strong. Quaswex, Invoker, everybody goes Quaswex, Invoker, right? And I mean, I play with Shane a lot. You know, Shane loves to play Invoker. I play with Kirk a lot, and he loves to play Invoker. And he seems to be one of those heroes that, once he gets going, he's just so much fun to see on your team. I can't play him for Toffee, but I love to have him on my team.
He needs so many levels early on that he's quite difficult to fit into a lot of strats. He needs to be given a solo lane. You can't swap your lanes around and have a support come and sit behind him to protect him. He needs to be sat there alone getting all of the experience.
Yep. And he needs farm as well.
Yep.
Yeah. So this is going to be a tricky fourth pick here for the last resort.
Well, they're going to pick up a Shadow Fiend, so that's going to be solo mid. I think it's Logarithmic that plays their solo mid. And we're now looking most likely for a hero for Day. He plays their off lane. I have seen him play a lot of Slark. So I wonder if that is going to be on their mind right now.
Slark, very strong hero. Some people I know think he's like, oh, he's broken, but because he can snowball like hugely.
Yeah, team pick.
Very, very hard to kill, even with the changes to his ult. But yeah, awesome hero. Banned the Bristleback. Nobody wants to face Bristleback. Like I was saying in the last game, I think I had to stop because there was a fight. I was playing Bristle the other day, and Shane was saying that the main buff to him is his base attack damage is so insanely... It's hugely high. As you stack it up with Warpath, if you build any kind of attack speed on him, he just becomes devastating.
Well, one of the changes that they did was his attack or base attack time or attack animation, where he swings the mace and he hits. It was reduced by 0.3 seconds or something like that. So you can literally chase people and hit them, whereas before you chase someone, hit them maybe twice. Now you can get 4, maybe 5 hits in there.
Wow, yeah.
And Morphling, the final pickup from Rhyme and
Yeah.
Co. That's a really interesting pick. Haven't seen this too much of late. Though the last time I did see it was, I think it was Illidan playing it up against Fnatic, I believe. And he just absolutely stomped them to pieces with it. Has got really good map control. Oh!
There's the brew.
Thank you so much, TLR. I've been waiting for Brewmaster.
If they're aggroing, if Brewmaster goes on us, ignore them.
And we're hearing the teams now
Lots of
shouting,
chat, yeah.
if Brewmaster goes on us, we just run the hell away. As soon as the ulti goes up, you just try and split. Don't let him take any free kills. Wait for it to go down. It does have a long cooldown. It was buffed recently, so it has a shorter cooldown than it used to have. But 140 seconds at level 1, 100 seconds at level 3. That's a long time for such a important ultimate. It's kind of like Magnus in the last game. You need that ulti to be off cooldown.
Yep. And away we go. They're ready. Go. 3, 2, 1. Game on.
Over on the Dire side, we have Rhyme on that Invoker, like you said. Supercell on the Clockwork. Whelp on the Crystal Maiden. Bisa on that Morphling, who has picked up Wraithband and Tangos, and then Mute 242 on the Shadow Demon.
And for the Radiant team, TLR, we got Dupes on the Viper. Logarithmic on the AA. You thought he might go mid, but instead he's going to go the AA. Bomi on the Rubik. Horizon on the Shadow Fiend. And Day going safe.
Oh yeah, I got confused between the two players. Horizon is their mid player.
So it is a 3 versus a 3. This is it's funny because for a while it was like tri-lanes seemed to be
gone
dead, but I think an aggressive tri-lane is obviously different because you're not looking for, I mean, you're just looking for kills, aren't you? So you know you'll try and get it that way. I guess they've got a decent lineup for it. They've got lots of damage with the Viper, and they've got the lift. So wait, if I put the cold feet on somebody and lift them, they count as not leaving the area, right? So then when I drop them back down again, they should be stunned.
What you can do, let's say you cold feet someone,
Yep.
and then you lift them and pull them back towards you. They have two choices. Either they run further towards you and get into more danger, or they try and run out of cold feet and most likely get frozen by it.
Right.
So either way, they're in a tough spot.
Okay.
I'll take a look at these two supports in a very good position here, watching out for that rune.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see how Day does down on this bot lane as Brewmaster. He's going to be up against that Clockwork. So he's going to have a pretty rough time. His clap has, what is it, 90 mana cost?
Yeah, drop some cogs and there goes all his mana. He can basically cast it twice. The one thing I would say is it's interesting to take cogs first. I mean, I sometimes see people get Rocket Flare to help with the last hits, but as you say, he's thinking he's going to be up against just a lone brew, so... Or he's hoping he is anyway.
I'd say in the majority of situations, cogs is probably one of the best skills to take first.
Yeah.
You can do a little trick, or you used to be able to do a little trick over here on the Dire side and pull the creeps into the woods and hide them in there. But cogs draining that mana, it's so good against tri-lanes to block off the attack of the enemy supports. Good against solo lanes where you're just draining the mana off a hero like Brewmaster. 208 mana pool. Oh, unfortunately gets stuck in there.
A miss cogging, and they will trade punches. A pause, another pause. This time from Shadow Fiend, and they're getting lag. Been having a few problems with so many computers, I guess, using the internet. People are not seeing auto attacks.
I've got 42 ping and no packet loss.
Yeah, I'm fine. It seems fine for me, but it's obviously very different for the players.
Yeah.
Isn't it weird? In the pause, Rubik's cloak still sort of quivers.
Yeah.
Just wibbles.
Wibbly Rubik.
Shadow Fiend is a pretty scary looking dude. I think the lag will come and go. It's the unfortunate side effect of having so many people using the internet in one place.
Yeah. But look at how they prioritize Rhyme on that mid. He buys a Null Talisman and a Cell for himself, and that gets pulled 2 tangos.
Yeah.
They really want him to try and win that lane. And he goes Exort first as his first skill to try and help him last hit in these early phases. Obviously, he doesn't want Shadow Fiend to be building up souls. He wants to try and limit the options of the SF early on. And SF going to miss out on a couple.
He just got that one.
There, yeah.
Meanwhile, top. Now, he's taken the Chilling Touch, level 1. Is that to help Viper last hit, do you think?
That's going to be for the right-click damage, so they're going to Telekinesis and Viper slow. They don't want the Cold Feet just yet, because obviously Morphling is going to be able to wave away this disruption from the SD to try and stop things from happening. And here comes the lift. Telekinesis, disruption there from Mute, like I said, slowing things down, and Bisa is doesn't
lots
have
of damage. Poison?
One more hit. No, not quite enough.
He's just going to strength out of it. One more, no, and Viper gives up, but that was close. That strength morph was the only thing that kept him alive there.
Yep. And he has to salve up, gets the clarity given to him. They're talking to each other now. Win the other lanes, please. This lane looks pretty rough.
Yeah.
And that Viper playing heavily aggressively.
Yeah, it's going to be very, very tough for Bisa to go forward because the range on Rubik's Lift is pretty big. It always seems to take me by surprise anyway. Yeah. Not to mention the fact that one drop of poison from Viper and it feels worse than it is, but it's annoying as hell. Not to mention you've got Ancient Apparition slowing you down with the chill. This is an annoying triple range that you've got to try and go up against. You're going to eat a lot of harass.
Like Shadow Demon and Crystal Maiden are sitting so far back, they can't get in there for denies, they can't get in there for harassment. Whereas on the Radiant side, they're constantly getting in the face. Oh, here we go again. Telekinesis onto Bisa. He isn't level 2 yet either.
Nice disruption. That saved him.
Mute in a little bit of trouble here. Is going to have to go down.
There's a first blood. Logarithmic. There's the shots from TLR. Very happy with the first blood there. It's a nasty combo. I thought the disruption on Viper, that did save the morph for sure. Yeah, but look at this now. He's going to go all the way back to base. Shadow Fiend's going to walk back to base. Shadow Demon, sorry, is going to walk back to lane, leaving Whelp alone.
The thing is, this works
She's got to be careful.
Yeah, this works out so well for TLR. They didn't get the kill on Morph. Okay, they got the first blood on Mute, but forcing Morph to literally walk all the way back to base, all the way back to lane. He's missing out on experience, missing out on last hits, free farm for Viper. It's, so many things going the way of TLR on this lane. Whereas on the mid lane, Rhyme 16 for 9, 10 for 2 on that Shadow Fiend, so definitely going one way, and that way is Rhyme's way. On the bot lane, Clockwork doing very well against this Brewmaster. 14 for 2 against 9 for 0.
Yeah, as you said, look at his mana. He's got none pretty much all the time, and he's in fact getting those levels in Drunken Brawler. Why not get the Drunken Haze? When do you get that? At what point do you get that?
Well, like we said, he doesn't have any mana to cast it, so there's not too much point. And there aren't any heavy right clickers in the early game for the Dire side. So maybe later on when Morphling gets those big heavy hitting items, I'd say that the Brewmaster just goes for his clap, his brawler and stats and ult.
Give him the clap. Classic Brewmaster. What items do you see Ryan picking up in this game?
It's difficult to say. It looks like he is going for the Quas Exalt with those double Force Spirit, so maybe a Blink Dagger early on. He might go for that Midas. He does love to pick that up, get those early levels again.
What about a Yules? Do you like a Yules on Invoker?
It's very hit and miss, and it's only single target. So when you go for a Yules, you are literally looking to take one hero out of the team fight and bust all of your spells on him. So it does limit your options somewhat. But if you take the Viper out of the fight, or the Brewmaster before he gets his ultimate off, that could be an immense turnaround. And Invoker,
Shadow Fiend died. We missed that.
Fools die.
Invoker killing Shadow Fiend. Sorry for missing that one. It happened very quickly.
I guess Cold Snap, Force Spirit, Sunstrike, and the Illusions from the Invoker as well.
Nice.
Illusion is actually one of the best runes you can get in Invoker early game when you have Cold Snap, because they proc that stun.
Oh, wow. Yeah, there's a few heroes that Illusion seems completely broken on. Terrorblade is one. Axe is one.
Oh yeah, Axe with the spins.
I've had some fun with the Illusion Axe. Brew, how's Brew's farm doing? Well, he's actually doing fine. He's 20 and 4, so he is picking up farm here. That's good. I guess he'll be getting Blink. I'm trying to think what their initiation is. So
by the gods,
Blink on Brew is pretty good. Axe as well.
He's got two ways to go for this, because he's playing such a heavy core hero on this.
There's a CM. Almost certainly a dead CM. Disrupt saves her a little bit longer. Was it going to make a difference? No, and down she goes. Mute might pay for this as well. Bisa trying to do some damage to Viper. This could get turned around on them, actually. Viper could be in trouble. Waveform. Bisa chasing. There comes a zip zap zoop from Rubik. Doesn't have lift. For 2 more seconds, the beast turns around and goes back.
Unexpected one charges there. Really well played by Dupes, baiting out that waveform. So that's now mana that the Morphling doesn't have to play with. Sunstrike's going to go down. No, way out of position. That AA was miles away
I
from
was just
that.
trying to, oh, it was down here for the AA. Yeah, of course. Always worth chucking as a good Sunstrike around. So
back to the Brewmaster. There are two ways he can go for this because he's playing such a heavy. Oh, Cold Snap. Was that on a creep? I'm not sure.
I'm not sure what that was actually.
He's got 2 routes to go down. He can go for stats like drums, then go into Aghanims, maybe get Arcane Boots. He can go for the heavy initiation, go for the Blink Arcanes. Or he could go for, you know, a more carry Brewmaster. Go for the Vlads, go for AC, go for heavy damage items. Because the passives from Vlad and here we go.
Supercell. Corday trying to get the Invis rune and he will pay. And that's Supercell with a kill. Brew got unlucky there. Tried to turn away and run, but
well, that turns into a 1-level advantage now for Clock just from that 1 kill.
Yep. And he will be looking to gank. I think the Shadow Fiend could... I mean, Clockwork Invoker is great. Get someone of the cogs. It's like a free Sunstrike.
Although he doesn't have hook anymore now.
No.
Another 45 seconds.
No. But I mean, you know, he's doing fine. He's got full mana. He's got a charge in his bottle left. And by the time Brew gets back, well, he's got a little bit more farm and he's now got the level advantage. He goes straight in on him again. Is Day level 6 yet?
Nope. Yes, he is actually. He does have his ultimate as well. Not going to actually expend that though.
He doesn't need to. There's the urn on Clockwork. What items do you get on Bisa here?
I think he has to go heavy style. Oh, he's actually going to get initiated upon.
There's the
Decent
disruption.
That's going to freeze him though, I think. Yep, freezes him.
Yeah,
Bisa in a lot of trouble.
That's unfortunate. Waveform's out with the strength and he's going to be okay. He popped those 1 charges. That was big. Going down on mute. Drops a lot of poison. This Viper could die. Viper does go down. There's the Sunstrike as well, but it doesn't catch anybody. Logarithmic trying to run away. So that was a Viper swap for a Shadow Demon.
Yeah. You'd like to see your Morphling get an early Lincolns, then go into, you know, E-Blade or Manta Style, get those big stat items. But I think he's going to have to look smaller, look for little incremental items to take him through this game and not get killed too often in the meantime.
I mean, he's got... Oh, there's a hook shot.
Across.
They go on the Rubik, and there go the cogs. Nice lift. What can he steal? Nothing. He died. He's not even level 6 yet, of course. There goes the Waveform too. And they're going to get dupes. 1 more hit. That's nice work by Clockwork, rotating top. There's the Sunstrike right in on the TP. Takes out Day, tries to slam. Well, he's going to run away. What can Clock do? There's the Cog saved her. Damage coming in from AA. Clockwork is so good like that. Great initiator. One of the best initiators, I think.
Yeah. If Day had not used Clap there, it might have been a little bit better for him because he would have been able to use his ultimate, then chase after. Cogs don't affect those little panda guys.
Shadow Fiend has got 36 souls. So he's hitting pretty hard right now. Where's he off to? Grab this spoon. Is the Forge Spirit going to get there first?
No.
Forge Spirit was winding up for the auto attack. But nope, he manages to get that rune.
So far, some nice movements from the Clockwork. Have really made this work for them. That trial on top did look pretty awful for the Dire side. But Morphling farming decently now. Has Treads, Wraithband, Magic Wand.
Yep, there's a rotation, but they bump into a counter rotation from TLR, and Mute could be in all kinds of trouble. Drives to an auto attack there from the AA. Horizon's going to drop. There's the Sunstrike, finishes him off. I'm not quite sure what Shadow Fiend. I think he was going there to help out. But Rhyme has his hand of money, which is well, he's getting pretty big now. I think 51-14, and I think what has he got? He's 2-0, so he's having a great time.
Yeah, he's going to start snowballing out of control very soon. Next item probably up for him. Mobility item, Blink Dagger, Force Staff, something along those lines. Get into those team fights.
Oh, there's the slam on Morphing and the lift. He's strength morphing as fast as he can. Lots of damage. And he does drop. Brew drops his ult. Throws a rock. Hits Mute. Who's this TPing in? Crystal Maiden. Fire chasing. Frost chasing. Earth running away. Who do they reform on? It's Fire, right? Oh, the Earth one. Right. So that's why he runs him back. Very clever. Very clever. And things going down. Rhyme wants Horizon.
That's like an ulti wasted for the Brewmaster, though.
Yeah. It's only 113 seconds.
It's so long.
There's a DD bot. Rhyme leading the way with the farm, but Shadow Fiend's not that far behind. 6 last hits behind. That's not really that bad.
He's been catching up very
well. But he has died twice. The 2 Invoker, I think. So there's, I think we're entering that that phase where everybody's level 6. Oh, nice hook there. Supercell catching logarithmic. Sunstrike as well.
3-0 now for Rhyme. The one big problem is on this top lane, Dupes was leading that Morphling by about 20 CS, but now it has evened out pretty much.
Yeah, well, he's like 9 ahead. So, I mean, it's trouble now because they've had to start roaming. So now he's up against 3. So he's getting a bit of the taste of his own medicine there. Big as a rocket, scouting out Horizon there. How's Clockwork doing? I think Clockwork and Invoker could be the big difference in this mid game, early mid game. The Sunstrike, Cogs into Sunstrike is just so strong. Especially if he gets AA or Rubik, they're basically dead.
They've literally set up this team to set up Sunstrikes. They've got Frostbite from Maiden, they've got Disruption from Shadow Demon, they've got the Cogs from Clockwork. Anything they throw at the enemy team, Rhyme's just going to be throwing these Sunstrikes everywhere across the map. Now Rhyme heading up here. This is what he really loves to do. Get into this jungle camp, use the Force Spirits, farm up, use the Midas on them as well. It's easy money.
Yeah. There's the Mana Boots coming out on the Brew. This tri-lane is back at it again. Still just Boots 1 on AA and Rubik. No boots at all, Shadow Demon. He really needs boots.
He keeps dying.
Yeah, whereas Whelp has boots too. There's a push stick on Invoker.
Yep.
This is a fighting man. This is a fighting wizard. 11,
well, almost 12 minutes in. Midas, 4-staff boots, ring Basilius, Null Talisman. He's done so well for himself. 3-0, 72 CS, and that Midas helping out a lot.
Yeah.
Dupe's going towards that mech. He's not too far away. He's about 800 gold away from that.
And meanwhile, bot, of course, Supercell just happily picking up his treads. Mana Boots now on Rubik. And they're going in top. A few auto attacks going on Bisa.
What do you reckon for Clockwork now? Oh, top lane. Deafening Blast onto the Rubik, Cold Snap as well. Dupe's doing a lot of damage, throws out his ultimate onto Rhyme. Oh, Deafening Blast actually stolen, but doesn't hit anyone. Brewmaster ulti trying to chase down Rhyme.
Could get Rhyme here. There'll be good money for Brewmaster if he can get him, but I think he's going to go for Clockwork instead. Clockwork, does he have... Well, he's spun up in the air forever. It lasts forever, doesn't it? Bisa, yes, dies. Dave reforms, gets hookshotted, there's the Cogs, pushes him back towards his friends, eats a couple of auto attacks from Shadow Fiend.
But
that was, that was definitely a fight for the rock. They may have lost the Morphling, but as long as Rhyme lives, things are looking good for them. Very, very good for them.
Yeah, but SF came up, took a kill on that Morphling. Very well done. Takes that. Morphling just got a triple kill, so that killing spree goes straight into the pocket of SF. I wonder what he's going to go for, though. 1,600 gold. Shadowblade, I don't think it's going to be worth it with Maiden and SD looking towards Sentry's Dust and those sorts of things.
On the Clockwork here, I think he needs to think about maybe a Blade Mail. I quite like a Blade Mail, but I'm not so sure. So I just think he just wants utility items.
I reckon 4-staff.
Oh, yeah, 4-staff. Yeah, could get a 4-staff. Could get a mech. The other guys won't get there as quickly as he could. Just become like Mr. Toolkit.
Rhyme takes up a solo kill on the AA. AA overstepping his bounds on that bot lane. Tries to walk into the secret shop or side shop to TP out, but no chance there.
It always confuses me that the side shop and the secret shop have different stock lists.
Yeah.
How many shops do you need? Just have one shop and it has everything. What's wrong with that? Like Toys R Us.
Asda. Yeah, the Shadow Fiend, 2,000 gold now. BKB straight up is a possibility. But I think he needs some more stats. 900 gold isn't going to hold. You know, he's not going to be able to hold up against Rhyme.
Oh, the hook just missing. Just missing. And stolen. Stolen. Nice.
That's a pretty big steal. Hook into telekinesis.
Yeah, that's fun.
No, it's a blink dagger.
Yeah, I was going to say, I wonder if he's going for a blink. Interesting. What for? What, blink into ult? Or just
yeah, that's
for
what
mobility?
You usually go for. It's for mobility to try and escape. If you see Rhyme 4-staff onto you, you just try and, you know, reaction times, get the hell out, see what happens. But both teams trying to posture up. Bisa farming this top lane, 1,700 gold in the bank, looking towards the Lincolns, I think, is probably the most likely option.
Yeah, makes sense.
Dire's bottom tower doesn't even have arms to defend. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Well, Morphling doing some pushing. Supercell, what I like about this, the way he's playing so far is when he rotates, things happen.
Yep.
All right, mid, just then it didn't, but he's been doing lots of rotations. 204, and then he just comes back and does a bit of farming, gets an item, and goes back out and does it again. It's good rotation, but he's not forgetting to farm. Sometimes you transition into that I'm going to go gank everybody phase, and you forget to farm.
become a little bit static now. Both teams trying to farm these items. I think
Killing creps.
TLR are a little more desperate to get their core items up now, especially the mech on Viper.
Well, XP, they're down, but 4K.
Oh, hook shot there. A ult flying across as well. Don't think it's going to hit. Oh!
Beats adjust waveforms out of the way. Could be going. No, I think they can't even chase well. Who did the hook go on?
Onto the Morphling.
Oh, and there's Horizon's going to die again to Invoker. Yeah. TP cancelled. Rhyme is unstoppable.
Yeah, and he's so much gold in the bank as well. He's setting himself up to be a massive force at the 20-minute mark. I don't know what he'll go for next. Maybe a straight-up Hex. I don't think he'll go for Aghanims.
Yeah.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Boots of Travel, Necronomicon, also very good options.
I think bots. I mean, if he wants to play super aggressive, he could just go bots.
Oh dear,
And they
the top
kill
lane.
Viper. They're starting to run away with it now.
Putting him further and further behind. That mech is such a vital item on that core hero.
Radiant's middle tower has been denied.
And they take mid. They get the AA ult, just misses. And Ryan was able to walk away. He's going to be very tough to catch. Could he even get a Blink Dagger? Would that be a thing?
Yeah, he could definitely go for Blink. But he goes for
Just insane mobility. Just literally.
Well, that's the thing. With heroes like, let's say, Queen of Pain, you can blink in and then force staff out.
Right.
And especially with Invoker, you want to try and blink in, forward spirits, cold snap someone. If you're in trouble, you can force staff out. So you've got this double mobility where you can enter and exit fights at will.
You should have multiple Blink Daggers
Yeah.
that don't share a cooldown.
Obviously.
That's
that should be
that's
a
the
thing.
future of Dota.
And why is Anti-Mage allowed to have Blink as a spell and Blink as an item and use both of them? They should share a cooldown. Nope.
Yeah, exactly.
Look at this dewarding.
Like, Nature's Prophet shouldn't be able to use a TP. If they took that away from Nature's Prophet, that would go some way to righting some wrongs, I think.
Not allowed. Like, some heroes can't use bashes because of their passive bash. Nature's Prophet can't use a TP. Anti-Mage can't buy a Blink.
Like, for a long time, Pudge couldn't use Blink, right? And then they said, give him a Blink Dagger.
And Vengeful Spirit as well.
And now it's just terrifying. Why couldn't Vengeful... Oh, because of the swap, right? Yeah. They're pinging ward locations. They're saying, look out, Supercell. What is this green stank coming off him? Oh, it's Viper's poison.
Stank.
The stank is there. So they were pinging saying, look out. God, those rockets are so annoying. It is possible to block jungle spawns, isn't it? With the...
Yep.
You got to time it just right.
I don't know if they fixed that. But
I think they might have done, because I have tried it extensively and it never seems to work for me, but it might just be me.
It might just be you
Might
being
just
bad.
be me.
It is quite difficult to pull off, and I know that you can technically block 2 camps if you do the magic push over here.
Right. Yeah.
But it is very difficult because it's not allowed to land on that spot. It has to go over that spot at the exact time that the creeps spawn.
Oh, really? Oh. Okay, I'll practice.
Practice
Yeah, I wasn't doing it right then.
because it's the projectile of the rocket rather than the
It's not
explosion
the... I
of
thought it was
rocket.
the explosion that blocked. Oh. Oh, God,
Like-
that sounds way too hard.
It's kind of like what KP or, well, Eternal Envy's team, whatever they used to call themselves back then, they used to take the courier when they were dire and place the courier over the magic bush spot instead of putting a ward down there. So they basically got a free block off on that camp, or the 2 camps.
Well, they just keep doing that over and over again.
No, they did it at the start of the game once. And it would confuse the enemy into thinking, okay, they must have a ward there because the creeps didn't spawn.
Right.
Let's play sentries, let's do this.
Oh, man.
And completely throw them off the game. Day almost has an item of his own. He is going the way that you thought he would.
Yeah.
And Dupes has his mech completed as well, so we do have items, but they're coming, 5 minutes too late.
Yeah. It's going to be very difficult for them to take a fight now, especially because Rhyme is... Well, he's gone Blink. 602. He's balling out of control here. It's going to be very tough for them to come back. I
Oh, he got a blink on top of those bits of travel. Wow.
Yeah. I mean, that's just Mr. Mobility. So now he's like, okay, I'll just go and make fights happen everywhere I want. I wonder if they're going to try and go on him here. It would be a dickload of money if they can kill him, but I'll be surprised if they can with that mobility. But just look at their stuns. I mean, it's going to be, you've got lift, and then that's basically it. Do you know what I mean?
And the reaction from the dire side as well. Crystal Maiden is sitting behind Invoker right now because they know something's happening. Clockwork is looking to move in. They can have Morphling replicate or TP in. Mute as well has a TP himself. So they can play very reactionary and have Rhyme sitting very far up and then suddenly be there in the team fights. I do think they could bring Rhyme down, but they'd need 4 players to do so.
He's still farming. I mean, I guess he's just thinking, look, I've got the lead. They're not going to catch up. If they push anywhere, we can react instantly, so I'll just keep farming and get more items. Is he getting an Ags next, do you think?
I don't think an Ags right now. I mean, it's possible, but the point boost is good for the health and mana. I would like to see from him just to take, Shadow Fiend or Viper out of the fight. If you take Viper out and that mech is, out of use, that's going to be a whole...
Oh, that's denied!
That was well.
Oh,
hooks in.
just catches the Viper. The mech goes down, but there's a meatball in his head. Clockwork is disrupted. He will live. Viper drops. Whelp drops. Are they going to catch Mute? Rhyme trying to deal with this Brewmaster ult. Crystal Maiden buys back. She's going to TP to the tower behind. Bisa with a triple kill.
Again, another triple
and
kill.
And they are going ham on this Brew. He's in all kinds of trouble. Nice slam, but so much damage. And that's a wipe.
Yeah, that's the thing. The tier 1 was going down. The Radiant side wanted it so desperately, but then snap. Dire side is all over them.
And it got denied. The timing on the travel, Whelp just timed it perfectly.
Yep.
Ridiculous.
And Bisa suddenly appears with a Lincoln Sphere 21 minutes in when it looks so rough for him. Oh, well, what's going on here?
That is the
Whelp, you
zoning
okay?
ult.
You alright, Whelp?
That cleared the creeps out, Durka. Don't complain.
Kill the creeps, get the tower. Objective accomplished.
Yeah. Well, when there's no one around to interrupt it, it looks fancy, doesn't it?
Spinning around with your staff.
That is some fancy hair she's got. She looks... Look at this outfit. Jings. Her hair looks a bit like a sort of spaniel's ears.
That's not good for the Radiant.
Well, and now they just say, well, we killed them all and we took their tower. Let's just go back to farming for a little bit. Methodical.
Let's get some more big items, guys. Mute now has a gem. Oh dear.
Yeah.
Go and deward it, Mute. He's scared of the enemy team suddenly appearing. He wants someone else to come and help him.
Yeah.
Rhyme is standing over there like, I'm not helping you, peasant.
I'm busy.
Deward for me.
It's a battle of wills.
Oh look, he sent 4 spirits over, so he is helping.
That's nice of him. Uh-oh. Day thought he was going to get some farm. Instead, he gets covered in cogs, and then they chuck a load of water on him just for good measure.
And Ghost Scepter for that Morphling, so E-Blade on the cards.
Imminent. Bomi with the lift. So much damage from these Forge Spirits. Oh my god.
He did steal them though, and got to use them before he died.
Yeah.
Mission accomplished.
Yeah.
This is what I was saying. Forge Spirits, they were nerfed quite heavily in the early stages, but once you get double Forge and you've got 404, they are very potent. They can do so much damage. Where did that meatball fall? He's just throwing it on the creeps.
He threw it at the creeps. They're using all their spells on creeps because they can.
Push the lanes as fast as possible. Go back to farming in your own jungle. It is an Aghanims for Rhyme. All completed.
Yeah.
23 minutes in.
So that means he can... decreases the cooldown. He can now invoke every 4 seconds. It's pretty crazy, isn't it? I mean, when you're good like that, the combos you can get off are disgusting.
And it has 0 mana cost as well.
Amazing.
With Invoker, I like to go something like a Void Stone relatively early on for that mana regen, if you don't go for Arcane Boots or something like that. Because he is very mana dependent. And Roshan is sitting a little bit further forward than he usually does. That's a bit interesting.
Roshan? What, was he chilling at the front of the pit?
Yeah. He was just like standing there doing nothing.
Bizarre.
I think it was the last time Ryan went in there with 4 spirits.
He just didn't reset properly.
Just didn't reset, yeah.
It's weird how it can happen. Like, why would that ever happen?
I don't know.
The game just stops because
I can't be bothered to walk back. It's like 50 range. It's too far. But
the thing with Ags is, I think it's like they've improved it a lot. But +10 all attributes, health and mana, and an upgrade to your ult. It's pretty much worth getting, I think, on a lot of heroes.
Yeah.
But the problem is, like, I know they buffed it a lot for supports and stuff. So now heroes it wasn't worth it before, now it is. The problem is, in most games, you're not going to get an Ags.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. Like you said, they give AA the Ags, so he can farm it up. Obviously, in this game, they're not. But God, look at AA's he's just had no luck in this game.
Yeah, they haven't prioritized the supports at all. They have just been sitting behind Viper, trying to make things happen, moving into these team fights a little bit too late.
Yeah.
And Viper with Mech and Ogre Club, it looked so good for them in the early stages. Viper was leaps and bounds ahead of that Morphling.
Yeah.
And Morphling now outstrips him massively. I mean, 14k net worth on the Invoker, 12k on the Morphling, and 6k on the Viper. So he doubles the net worth 25 minutes into the game, when 15 minutes ago he was massively behind.
Crazy. I'm glad they can the lights that we've got on when we're not when we're on camera. I'm glad they can turn them off because it gets proper
nicer.
Roasting. It really does get hot. It's hot enough in here with all the computers.
Yeah.
And the nerds.
Shadow Fiend we haven't seen too much of.
Yeah.
His Blink Dagger has done almost nothing for him.
Yeah. I kind of feel like he's got the souls now, but what can they do? They can't fight. You've got too much counter initiation, too much mobility. You're not going to catch Invoker. Well, they killed Viper. I don't know where that happened. You're not going to catch Morphling because he's going to waveform away. You're not going to catch Invoker because he's too quick.
12th Doc has just received a item for witnessing a godlike streak. Congratulations. As well as Moonstorm TV and Deonara. Yeah. So we do have item drops occurring now.
Cool.
Everything's looking
I'm on my account on this, so technically I can get item drops too, can't I?
Don't know if you get item drops if you're a caster.
I know players
sure
sometimes do, right? I'm sure the players do. At TI3, wasn't it? Didn't one of the players get a witness for an Aegis Deny and he was on the team that got it or something like that?
Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I thought it was only spectators that
No,
got it.
I'm pretty sure one of the players got it. Like it was like his team got like a triple kill, like they got a triple kill inflicted on them and they got a prize. It might have just been a spectator with the same name. You never know.
Possibly, yeah. Look at this clockwork now. You mentioned it earlier. Whenever he goes in for a movement, gets that nice hook shot off, kills someone, goes back to farming.
Yeah.
He's got so many items. He went for that 4-staff, like I said. Mech is a very good utility item, and Earn as well.
Looking to turn it around here. They've gone on Whelp. Took a while to kill him. There goes the waveform. Brewmaster spun up in the air. Manages to get the split off, but that meatball doing work. Double kill for Rhyme, and he was just going to trade blows with Viper. But wait! Is he going to die? He's got the Aegis, but they managed to get the Aegis anyway. Are they going to be able to finish him off here? I don't think so. Beast is doing a lot of damage. Horizon has used his ult. I must have missed that. He can blink away in 1 second. Oh, just in time.
He can't fog.
Tries to get away, but no. Beyond
GG.
godlike. GG. GG called. I think it's a fair call.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Rhyme was literally getting out of control from the 10-minute mark onwards. He got that Midas.
There's the celebratory Whelp ult.
So congratulations to Dwayne the John Roxon.
A 12:04 performance from Rhyme on the Invoker. Very, very impressive.
Very well played. And
Bisa with a 10-2-5 did well, as you said. Started off not so good, having a sick time against the Viper, but it all just got out of control.
Well, you heard the call from him when they knew things were going badly on that top lane. Win the other lanes for me, guys, please.
Yeah.
Clockwork doing excellently against that Brewmaster. Cogs, proving to be a little bit too much for Day. On the mid lane, Shadow Fiend not having a good time against Rhyme's Invoker. And then when the movements came in from those two lanes, which had won their lanes, and they were out leveling, they were out farming, they had those core items, that's when things started to turn south for the Radiant side.
Indeed. 2:11 on the Clockwork and 12:04 on the Invoker. I thought they were the key players in that early and mid.
Definitely.
Making a lot happen. Great rotation from the Clockwork, I thought. And as you said, the fact that they could set up those Sunstrikes so well, and Ryan's an excellent Invoker player as we know. So
from 10 minutes to 20 minutes, that was when Clockwork and Invoker started moving around the map, making things happen. Morphling then, okay, I've got a free game here.
Yeah.
I've suddenly got Lincolns.
They
I've suddenly got a serial blade.
They turned his whole lane around. Very well done by the Dire team.
And then Crystal Maiden with the ultis on creeps, obviously.
Yeah, creep ulti and the celebratory ulti. I think we're the only two Crystal Maiden ultis in the game, but well worth seeing.
I think we've got Team Reason against Team Infused, two very strong teams in the UK scene. That's going to be an excellent match, I think.
Those are two teams we know pretty well. We play with them pretty much, I'd say, on a weekly basis, some of them on a daily basis. And they're both really, really nice sets of guys, good teams, and should be some really good Dota.
Yeah.
We've seen they've played against each other a lot lately, so they will be setting up their computers soon, and we look forward to that. I don't know how long the break is going to be, maybe 5-10 minutes?
Something like that.
Something like that, and then we'll be coming back with that game, so it should be a good one.
See you in a bit.